Archangel Michael says, there is a shadow that has been walking silently behind you, disguised as love, yet hiding a truth so heavy it could shatter the very core of your heart. The air around you has been thick with unspoken words, the kind that carry weight far beyond what the lips can bear to release. Somewhere close to you, a man you trust has been keeping a part of his soul in the dark, shielding it from your sight, knowing that if you ever saw it, your world would never be the same again. Every glance he gives you, every smile he wears, hides a depth of secrecy that even time has not been able to erode. It is not a small mistake or an innocent omission, it is a truth so large that it breathes between you, even when silence falls. This truth has been building, layer by layer, until it has become a mountain between your heart and his. At times, his voice trembles when he speaks your name, and though you may not have noticed, it is because of the weight of what he carries. This is not something that was born yesterday, it has lived in his heart for years, slowly growing roots so deep that even he struggles to pull them free. He fears the day his truth collides with your trust. You may feel a strange tension around him, an invisible thread pulling you closer yet warning you to keep your distance. This is because your spirit already senses what your mind has yet to learn. The truth is patient, but it is also merciless. It will surface, whether he allows it or not. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, there are moments when he looks into your eyes, and the truth almost spills out, but fear forces him to swallow it back. He worries that if you knew, your love would turn to stone, your warmth to ice. So he buries it deeper, hoping that somehow fate will bury it with him. This truth is not just his, it touches your life, your dreams, and your future in ways you cannot yet imagine. It is tied to choices he made long before he met you, but ones that now bleed into your present. The longer he waits, the sharper the edges of this secret become. It's not that he does not love you. In fact, it may be because he loves you that he has kept this from you for so long. He believes he is protecting you from pain, but in doing so, he is unknowingly feeding a wound that will hurt far worse when the truth is revealed. There are signs all around you, changes in his mood, sudden disappearances, guarded conversations when you enter the room. If you listen closely, his actions have been whispering the truth for months, but you have been too caught in the beauty of his presence to hear them clearly. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Some nights, he lies awake, staring at the ceiling, knowing that every hour of silence is another hour he is betraying your trust. His mind is a battlefield, torn between confessing and concealing. He wonders if he will lose you the moment the words leave his mouth. The truth he hides is not simple, it is tangled in promises, mistakes, and the shadows of other people's actions. It involves more than just him, there are others who would be shaken if you knew. This is why he guards it so fiercely, almost as if his very survival depends on it. You may have noticed a moment recently when his behavior changed suddenly, as if something had shifted deep within him. That was a ripple from the truth pressing closer to the surface. He cannot keep it buried forever. The universe has been placing you in situations to prepare you for this revelation. Even your recent dreams have been carrying fragments of the truth, hidden in symbols and emotions that leave you unsettled when you wake. Type Amen to get blessing 999. There will come a day soon when the weight becomes too much for him to carry. His eyes will give him away before his lips do. You will feel it in your bones. That strange mix of dread and clarity that only comes when the truth is moments away from being spoken. When this happens, your world may tilt, and everything you believed about him will feel uncertain. But know this, the truth does not come to destroy you, it comes to free you. Even the harshest truth is kinder than a lifetime of lies. Archangel Michael says, your strength has been growing quietly for a reason. You have been unknowingly prepared to face this moment with courage and dignity. The truth will not break you, it will reveal who you truly are. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. But until that day arrives, pay attention to the smallest details, the way his voice changes when you mention certain topics, the names that make him uneasy, the past events he avoids discussing. Every silence is a map leading you closer to the heart of his secret. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The truth he hides has a heartbeat of its own, it pulses between you, sometimes faint, sometimes loud enough that your soul catches the echo. It moves like a shadow across his face, showing itself in fleeting expressions before disappearing again. You may not have realized it yet, but your heart has already felt the weight of what is coming. Every time you ask about his day, and he pauses too long before answering, it is because his mind is deciding how much he can share without breaking the invisible wall he's built. He has perfected the art of telling just enough to satisfy your curiosity, while locking away the details that would reveal everything. That lock is about to break. You will notice it most when he is tired, when his guard is low, and his eyes carry that faraway look. It is in those moments that the truth tugs hardest at him, demanding to be spoken. But fear is still his master, and for now, fear wins. The air around him grows heavier when certain names are mentioned. It is not just discomfort, it is panic disguised as politeness. The truth is tangled with those names, and he knows that if you ever connect them to him, the silence will collapse. Type Amen to get blessing 212. Archangel Michael says, the path to truth is never smooth, but this one is jagged and sharp, lined with memories he wishes could be erased. This man's past is not just behind him, it is alive, walking beside him, whispering in his ear every time he looks at you. He fears that if you knew the full story, you would not just walk away, you would run. And yet, part of him wants to tell you. Part of him aches to be free of the constant strain, to breathe without feeling the choke of secrecy. That part grows stronger each day, and soon it will overpower the fear. Your connection to him is real, but the secret has been poisoning its roots. Without truth, love becomes fragile, and he knows it. That is why he watches you so closely, almost as if memorizing your face. Because he doesn't know how you will look at him once you learn everything. You may have felt restless lately, as if something in your life is waiting to happen. That feeling is your spirit sensing the shift before your mind understands it. The truth is closer than ever. Type Amen to get blessing 646. There are people who know what he hides, and they are not all on his side. Some are waiting for the perfect moment to reveal it, not to help you, but to hurt you both. This is why the universe is moving quickly, to bring the truth from his lips before it comes from a crueler place. His hands sometimes tremble when he holds you, not because of nerves or shyness, but because he knows those hands have touched the edges of betrayal. The guilt is heavier than the secret itself, and it is written into the way he moves. If you think back, there have been moments where conversations ended abruptly when you entered the room. Laughter would stop, or voices would drop low. Those were not coincidences, they were cover-ups. The truth was present in those rooms, even if you didn't see it. The day will come when he will sit in front of you, eyes wet with something between fear and relief, and the words will spill whether he is ready or not. When that day comes, the silence will shatter like glass, and you will finally see the picture that has been hidden from you all this time. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Archangel Michael says, when the truth comes, your heart will ache, but it will also open. You will understand things that never made sense before, the strange gaps in his story, the sudden mood shifts, the places he refused to take you. All the scattered pieces will form a single, undeniable image. This secret has been shaping both your lives from the shadows. It has dictated his decisions, influenced his words, and even decided when he could be close to you. But once it is exposed, you will no longer be a prisoner to it. The most dangerous thing about a hidden truth is that it changes people in ways they do not see. He has been changing under the weight of this one, becoming someone he never intended to be. And now, he must decide whether to save himself or lose himself entirely. In his heart, he knows the truth will find you, with or without his help. The universe has already set events in motion to bring it forward. The clock is ticking. Type Amen to get blessing 383. There are moments when the truth almost bursts out of him, like water pressing against a cracking dam. You can see it in the way his jaw tightens mid-sentence, the way his eyes dart away when you unknowingly step too close to the hidden wound. Every time he swallows those words back down, the weight on his soul grows heavier. Late at night, when the world is silent, he replays every detail in his mind. He imagines how you might react, whether you'd scream, cry, or simply walk away without a word. These imagined moments haunt him so deeply that sometimes he chooses sleeplessness over closing his eyes. The truth is a living thing now. It follows him, lingers behind every conversation, and slips into the space between his heartbeat and yours. No matter how carefully he tries to hide it, its presence is impossible to erase. And deep down, you have felt it. Your instincts have whispered that there is something missing, something unsaid. That quiet discomfort you've been carrying is the shadow of his unspoken confession brushing against your spirit. Type Amen to get blessing 737. Archangel Michael says, not all truths are born from cruelty, some are born from desperation, fear, or a misguided sense of protection. This man believes he is shielding you from pain, but what he does not see is that the secrecy itself is the wound. Each day it goes unspoken, the cut grows deeper. His eyes tell a different story than his lips. You may have noticed that when he says, "I'm fine," it never truly sounds fine. That is because his voice is carrying two realities, the one he shows you, and the one he keeps buried. You have been patient, loving, and trusting, but the universe has a way of testing the foundations of love. This moment, this truth, is the test that will show whether his heart is strong enough to be honest, or too weak to face the consequences. He fears that by telling you, he will lose you forever. What he cannot see is that by keeping silent, he is slowly pushing you away without you even realizing why. Type Amen to get blessing 848. There are pieces of his life you have never been allowed to touch, locked boxes in his past that he has guarded with iron hands. They are not just stories or memories, they are the keys to understanding why he acts the way he does. Without them, you are only seeing half the man. This secret has bled into the way he loves you. Sometimes he holds back when he wants to give more, and other times he gives too much, too quickly, as if trying to make up for something. His heart swings between guilt and longing. If you watch closely, you will notice patterns, things he avoids, conversations he steers away from, questions he answers with a little too much detail, as if rehearsed. These are the fingerprints of the truth. When the day comes, the reveal will not be gentle. It will be like a sudden storm, sweeping away everything you thought you knew. But from that chaos, clarity will finally rise. Type Amen to get blessing 626. Archangel Michael says, the universe is patient, but it will not allow deception to stand forever. The closer you move toward your purpose, the more truth will be demanded from those around you. That is why this man is reaching his breaking point now. You may begin to notice cracks in his story, little inconsistencies that don't fit together. Each one will feel small on its own, but together, they will form a chain leading you straight to the heart of his secret. And when you stand before him, holding the truth in your hands, he will know that the time for hiding has ended. You will see in his eyes both the terror of loss and the relief of release. The truth will hurt, yes, but it will also set you free from the invisible prison you've both been living in. Freedom always comes with a price, and this will be no different. Type Amen to get blessing 959. There are mornings when he wakes up and stares at you as if trying to memorize your face, every line, every detail. It is not just love, it is fear that one day you will look at him differently, with eyes no longer softened by trust. That fear keeps him quiet, even as the silence becomes unbearable. Sometimes, when his phone rings, you notice how quickly he grabs it, stepping away before answering. The conversation might be short, but his expression afterward lingers with unease. Those moments are tied to the truth, threads connecting to something he cannot let you hear. His life has compartments, doors that stay locked no matter how close you get. You have been allowed into many rooms of his heart, but there is one room he keeps sealed. Behind that door lies the truth that could either destroy you or set you free. You have likely felt an invisible distance at times, as though something was standing between your souls. That presence is the shadow of his hidden past, and lately, it has been growing stronger, pressing to be seen. Type Amen to get blessing 424. Archangel Michael says, this truth is not random, it is connected to choices made long before you knew each other. Choices that tied him to certain people, certain events, and certain consequences he still carries today. He may not be the same man who made those choices, but their weight has never left him. You have been guided into his life for a reason, and part of that reason is to face this truth together. But the universe will not wait forever for him to step forward. Time is moving, and with it, the walls around his secret are crumbling. Pay attention to the shifts in his energy. There are days when he seems lighter, almost ready to speak, and then something pulls him back into silence. That something is fear, fear of losing the person who has been his anchor. Still, the truth is alive. It moves in your home, in your conversations, and in the pauses between your laughter. And soon, it will no longer be content to remain in the dark. Type Amen to get blessing 919. His body reacts before his mind does. You might notice the way his shoulders tense when you unknowingly approach the topic. Or how his breathing changes when you mention a certain place, a certain year, or a certain person's name. These are signs that your words are brushing against the locked door in his soul. If you look back, you will remember moments when he seemed about to say something important but stopped himself. His lips would part, his eyes soften, and then a quick shake of his head would erase the moment. That was the truth knocking, he just wasn't ready to open the door. And yet, no matter how hard he tries to suppress it, the truth has a way of leaking through small cracks. An offhand comment, a slip in his expression, an unfinished sentence, all of them pieces of a puzzle you are meant to complete. The day you learn everything, you will feel both shock and clarity. Your heart will ache, but a part of you will finally exhale, knowing the restless feeling you've carried had a reason all along. Type Amen to get blessing 878. Archangel Michael says, the divine has been preparing you for this moment. The challenges you've faced recently, the emotional strength you've built, they are not random. They are the foundation you will stand on when the truth arrives. For now, you are being asked to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. The truth will speak before it is spoken, and you will recognize it when it does. You may soon find yourself in a situation where the truth slips into the open unexpectedly. A conversation you weren't supposed to overhear, a message you weren't meant to see. When that happens, you will understand that the universe wanted you to know. And when the truth is finally in your hands, the decision of what comes next will be yours alone. That moment will define not just your relationship, but the next chapter of your life. Type Amen to get blessing 313. There will be a moment soon when his actions will no longer match his words, and that will be the turning point. You will notice him trying harder to please you, as if making up for something he cannot confess. This sudden change will not be born out of pure romance, it will be guilt taking form in gestures. You might see him staring at nothing, lost in thought, as if rehearsing a conversation in his mind. His lips will move slightly, silently forming words he cannot yet speak to you. That is the truth building inside him, searching for a way out. The people closest to him know something is wrong. Some choose to remain silent out of loyalty to him, while others stay quiet because they fear your reaction. Either way, there are eyes on you that watch with the knowledge of what he hides. This secret is not a fleeting issue, it is woven into the very fabric of his life. Pull one thread, and everything could unravel in an instant. That's why he's been protecting it for so long, even when it eats away at his peace. Type Amen to get blessing 565. Archangel Michael says, the divine is shifting the energy around you. What has been hidden for years will soon be impossible to keep in the shadows. The light is moving in, and with it comes revelation. There may be an upcoming event, a meeting, or a gathering where his past and present will collide. In that moment, the truth will not just be a choice, it will be forced into the open. He will have no more hiding places. Your spirit is already stronger than you think. Even if this truth feels like a blow to the heart, you will rise from it with more clarity and power than before. You will see through illusions that once clouded your view. Until then, pay close attention to the moments when he avoids eye contact. Those are the seconds when his soul is wrestling between honesty and fear. And lately, those seconds have been happening more often. Type Amen to get blessing 717. He sometimes leaves the room when certain topics come up, not out of disinterest but out of self-preservation. Being present for those conversations would be like standing on the edge of a cliff, knowing one wrong step will send him over. You are the one person he does not want to lose, and so he retreats. But the retreat is becoming harder to maintain. The walls he's built are beginning to crack under the pressure of truth. You may even sense an urgency in him, a restlessness that makes him pace or distract himself with meaningless tasks. If you watch him closely, you will notice that his smile doesn't always reach his eyes anymore. That's because the weight he carries is starting to dim his light. No amount of pretending can hide the exhaustion of holding in something so heavy. The truth has already started to change your relationship. Whether you realize it or not, the space between you is different now, more fragile, yet more charged with unspoken meaning. Type Amen to get blessing 191. Archangel Michael says, soon you will find yourself at a crossroads. One path will keep things as they are, with the secret left in the dark. The other will bring the truth to light, no matter how much it shakes your world. The universe will present you with signs so clear you cannot ignore them. A misplaced document, a message on a screen, a slip of the tongue, all of these will point in the same direction. When that moment arrives, you will understand why you have been feeling that persistent pull in your heart. It has been guiding you to this moment, preparing you to face it without breaking. And when you finally know everything, your heart will ache, but it will also feel strangely lighter. Because even the most painful truth is better than living in a cage of beautiful lies. Type Amen to get blessing 505.